Hey, this is Seth with Digital Marketing Career Blueprint. I show people how to get life-changing jobs in digital marketing with no previous experience or education. And this is my October 2025 Digital Marketing Career Walkthrough video, where I will walk you through just a handful of the tens of thousands of open digital marketing positions in the United States. I will help you decipher these job postings and show you what employers are actually looking for using the strategies I've used with thousands of people in the last 9 years to help them start new careers in digital marketing. So let's begin with this position, an SEO specialist job at Amsive. At Amsive, we're more than just a performance marketing agency. We are a team that thrives on collaboration, et cetera, et cetera. You're always going to hear these agencies, any good agency is going to try to kind of sell you on their culture or their whole mission statement and things like that. That's a good sign. SEO specialist responsible for supporting Amsive's organic programs, leading SEO, define and execute SEO strategy. And again, this is all stuff you learn in the course. Conduct technical SEO audits right here, which is what do you guys do in the course? What's the number one project for SEO students? An SEO technical audit. Bachelor's degree in marketing, don't worry about that, guys. I say this in all my walkthrough videos. You have to understand your experience and knowledge is much more important than a degree. Human resource professionals, if you can call them that, always put a bachelor's degree on like every job posting. Even if it's a job at Jamba Juice, they will put bachelor's degree required. Do not be intimidated by that if you do not have a bachelor's degree or if your degree is not in marketing or advertising. Almost none of my students who've been hired, literally thousands of people, have had marketing degrees. Again, 2 to 3 years of experience. Don't worry about that. Again, most of my students who get hired, the job posting says anywhere from 3 to 5 years. Remember, guys, this is still a field where there is a higher demand than supply. You show up with what you've learned in the course, your projects, your experience, even if it's limited, and you'll be compelling. Experience with local SEO tools, proficiency in Microsoft Office Suite, knowledge of Google Search Console, Google Analytics. I'm sure SEMrush is on here. There it is, SEMrush, Ahrefs, and understand of intermediate marketing principles, etc. So this is a good one. Now, what do I tell you guys? In case you haven't seen my videos before, whenever you see Easy Apply, if you have a good LinkedIn profile, the way I show you in the course, you are welcome to click Easy Apply, but you should always go to the company website. All you got to do is a Google search. I Google searched for Amsive, which is the name of this agency. I personally want to make sure it's a legit company. I go to their careers page. I go to their contact page. You can see their careers page is nice because it's always trying to sell you on why you should work there, talking about their work-life balance, culture, et cetera, benefits and perks. That's always a good sign at any agency. Again, this industry has one of the best work-life balances and perks of any because there's a lot of money flowing through this industry, and because people in college and school do not learn anything about digital marketing, there's a lack of skilled workers, meaning you often have a lot of leverage. So you can click Easy Apply, but also go over to the website, get in touch with someone via email, or go to their LinkedIn page and find somebody there to communicate with. This is actually interesting. It's a very new posting, but even those 36 applicants, this was posted 4 hours ago, which is like at nighttime in the U.S. So a lot of those are often bots. You're going to probably get a better response if you apply also through email or directly contacting someone on LinkedIn. Here is a digital marketing specialist position at Score Marketing. And again, you can click Easy Apply. I'm sure a lot of people have. Let's take a look. 697 applicants. Again, guys, I've had people get jobs where there were 1,000 applicants. Don't imagine that there's 1,000 or 600 qualified applicants. People are just going on LinkedIn. They're just clicking Easy Apply, like bulk applying, not even understanding what digital marketing is. Are you passionate about intricacies of digital marketing? Do you love identifying opportunities? Yes, this is the invitation to nerd out, guys. What do I teach you in the course? Nerd out with the people hiring you. You don't have to have the perfect answer. You just have to show them that you are actually passionate and understand the basics of digital marketing. Develop, coordinate, and report on paid and organic social media campaigns, and implement, manage, and optimize search engine marketing, paid search, and PPC campaigns. So this is one of those positions where they've called it a digital marketing specialist. They're using a ton of different skills here. They've got social media posting, and engagement for clients, which again is not really what I teach in this course. This is not a high income skill, social media posting. That's where you post on Facebook and Instagram without paying for ads. The top one is paid social media campaigns. What they really mean, and again, sometimes with these job postings, an HR person gets involved. They might not exactly know what is going on. Paid search, paid social media, which is Facebook ads and Instagram ads, and SEO. That's where the money is. That's what I teach in the course. And of course, at the end here, they put PPC campaigns. So this is why I teach you guys in the course to understand all these different things. Conduct market research using analytics, Google Ads, Keyword Planner, SEMrush. So this is, again, you learned SEO, you learned SEMrush, you learned Google Ads, you learned Google Ads Planner in the course. You can come and apply to this position, and you will, again, stand out because you know Facebook, you know Google Ads, and you know SEO. You also will likely have current certifications with Google Ads. Don't worry about LinkedIn certification for ads. It's really Google Ads is the main one, working knowledge of paid search, PPC, and associated platforms. So again, when they want you to do SEO and PPC, guys, it says 2 to 4 years of experience, but I'm telling you, most people who are 2 to 4 years in their career are specializing at this point in either PPC or SEO. So even though they want someone with 4 years of experience, they're not going to get too many qualified applicants. You are going to stand out with your knowledge of all these platforms and your willingness to take an entry-level job where you'll do multiple things. Again, when people are further along in their career, they will not be doing SEO and PPC. I would connect, again, directly with Carrie. Don't just click Easy Apply. Go to their website, connect with them directly. And I already did this one. I'm jumping over to Indeed because I also want to encourage you guys. I use LinkedIn a lot because it's the biggest platform, but Indeed also has a ton of positions. Here's a digital producer. This is an interesting one because this isn't like dedicated PPC or SEO. It's at Coalition Technologies, which has hired a number of my students in the past. And $17 to $35 an hour indicates, again, they're looking for entry-level talent, and it's not a lot of money, but remember, I teach you guys, entry-level jobs you're not going to make six figures. You're going to make between $40,000 and $60,000 a year in your first year to get that experience, and then you use that experience to level up. So it's got good benefits, and let's see why you should apply. They're selling you on their company, enough knowledge to pass the skills test, web development, online marketing, SEO, PPC, presenting materials to clients, and SEO, Google Ads. This is what it says preferred. So they want someone who understands SEO and Google Ads. Even if they pay you $25 an hour, that's, again, you just stay there for 3, 4, 5, 6 months and then immediately start leveraging up to the higher position. But this is a very good entry-level position, remote, and as I've said, they've hired my students before, so I've definitely checked this one out. Here is Advertis, paid media specialist, search first. So they're obviously looking for someone who knows paid search. Again, they're doing easy apply. You're going to have tons of applicants, 272 applicants. Again, I'm just repeating myself. Don't just click easy apply. Get in touch with somebody at that company or on the website. Families, team, communities, transparency, blah, blah. You do want to read these things and kind of get to know these companies, but after a while, you're going to see some common things. And of course, they want to sound good. They want to look good. And again, they're trying to appeal to quality talent like you. Strategize, build, optimize Google search campaigns. Primary focus. Perfect. Conduct keyword research, craft compelling ad copy, and manage bidding strategies. Now, again, what do you notice in this walkthrough, like all the other ones? AI is not explicitly mentioned. It is huge. It is making a big difference in this industry. But the fundamental skills are what these companies need. Then when you come into the interview and you say, yes, I use ChatGPT or Grok or another AI tool to help me craft compelling ad copy or come up with strategic ideas, that makes you stand out, but it's not the foundational skill set these guys are looking for. Launch and manage, and again, launch and manage meta ads as needed, meaning that's a secondary skill set. So again, you guys, this is why I teach Google Ads primarily. It's always and still is the top search platform. And then Facebook and Instagram is second. So, and you also learn that in the course. So you come in, you say, hey, I've done Google Ads, even if it's limited. I've only done it, I've done it on a few local clients, and I've also done some Facebook campaigns. Boom, you are immediately a compelling candidate. 2+ years experience managing Google Ads campaigns. Again, guys, don't worry about this. I've had students who had 3 months of experience apply to jobs that said 5 years experience needed and get hired. Proficiency in Google Ads, Meta Ads, knowledge of keyword research, analyzing large data sets. And again, with large data sets, that's another time where AI is very useful in assisting you in analyzing. You don't take a large data set and just hand it over to the AI and say, give me your conclusions, and then just copy and paste the results. You use it to help you sift through data. That's, again, a way AI is a tool that is using to supplement and make you more efficient as a digital marketer. Bonus qualifications, Google Ads certifications. That is an indicator. Again, they're looking for somebody who is entry level. Everybody working in this field has Google Ads certification. If you do my course, you should have it. It's not a bonus. So if they say it's a bonus, that means they actually are open to entry-level people. And again, when I see this compensation of 55 to 65K annually based on experience, guys, they're not really going to get people with 2+ years, 3 years experience willing to work for 55 or 65K. By the time you're 2 years in, you should be making 70, 75 or 80K. So this looks like a good opportunity here. And of course, when you see bonus here, like experience with YouTube or LinkedIn ads, I always tell my students, or if you're learning on your own, run some YouTube ads. I mean, take $50 and run some YouTube ads. You'll see it's very different than Google Ads. It's why it's not. There's very few YouTube ad jobs because YouTube ads are not as targeted as Google search ads. But if you can come in there and say, yeah, I've run a couple campaigns, again, that just every little piece of experience you get makes you a little more compelling. So again, I would go get in touch with someone at the company, go over to their website and reach out. Here is Ascent Digital Paid Ads Specialist in Durango, Colorado. This is hybrid. So again, I've mentioned this in most of my walkthroughs. Hybrid meaning they probably want you to be in the office and remote. I always tell people it's totally cool to move to a new city for your entry-level job in digital marketing. It's a much more intelligent investment in moving than going to a college where you're going to just build up 4 years of debt and learn nothing, and you move to a whole new city. I've had students move to a whole new city to get a job, get experience, and begin their careers and get paid. That said, a lot of companies, this is a recent posting, but a lot of companies who say hybrid or say on-site will be forced to hire remotely because they just can't find local candidates. And again, they're doing easy apply. Let's see, 16. I mean, it's a very recent job posting. Again, Google the company, work along our senior ad specialist to plan, launch, and manage paid advertising campaigns. That's great. This is the junior position. 1 to 2 years of hands-on experience managing paid advertising campaigns. Guys, that right there, whenever you see 1 year in any of these job postings, I've told you, I've had students get jobs where it said 5 years, but when it says 1 year, that is code for like entry level, okay? 1 year means 3 months. Okay, so this is a very good opportunity. Demonstrated proficiency in Google Ads. That can be from the experience you get in the course, working on a local client, your own website, or getting on a volunteer gig like I show you to do in the course. Some of my students, because they're volunteering for nonprofits, they get their hands on a $10,000 a month campaign. That's very impressive to put on your resume. Google Ads certification, etc. They offer unlimited PTO. 60K to 65K, this is a good entry-level position. Good entry-level position. And again, if you don't live in Colorado, I would still apply and let them know, that you understand that it's hybrid, but you're available to work remote. And here it says 55 to 65. But yeah, this is definitely entry-level position. Here is a paid search manager at Pearl Mill. This is not easy apply, but they've had 500 applicants. Don't worry about it. Here is the hiring team here. Paid search manager, work with the creative and growth team to launch optimized campaigns, Google Ads and Microsoft Ads. And again, I mentioned this in the course, Microsoft Ads has a very small market share, but it still does make money. And if you know Google Ads, you know Microsoft or Bing Ads. It's the exact same. They basically copied Google's ad interface. Launch and manage campaigns across Google Ads. Search, performance max, demand gen, blah, 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 but mostly search. Keyword research, write ad copy, structure campaigns, monitor account performance, et cetera, et cetera. When you see 2 years hands-on experience in Google Ads and Microsoft Ads, don't worry about that. I wouldn't worry about that. I wouldn't worry about any degree requirements. So they don't even put a degree requirement there because they know it's all about your experience. Familiarity with Google Tag Manager, Google Analytics 4, conversion tracking, which you will have from the course. So I would definitely, you can click over here to go over to the website, and I would check this one out as a remote full-time job. Here is a job at AdMixed. It's been up for a month. And again, when you see jobs that have been up for like a month and they have a lot of applicants, don't be intimidated by that. It usually means they haven't found anyone yet. Again, these guys are using Easy Apply. So how many? 602 applicants. Yeah, remember, a lot of people, guys, and a lot of bots and softwares are just clicking this button. Look, it's literally, you click this and it applies to the job. There's no effort needed. So that's why you want to go out of your way to customize. And again, you can't customize anything if you do Easy Apply. That's why I always tell you guys to get in touch with the hiring manager or anybody you can. 2 years hands-on Google Ad account management, optimizing return on ad spend, CPA, data. Basically comfortable with data, Google Ads Editor, we teach that in the course, Google Ads certification, experience with Google Analytics. Again, the other thing is, if you don't know everything, if you're not familiar with Google Data Studio or things like that, don't be intimidated. Apply. And I've shared this story before, guys, that when I was in the beginning of my career, I only had a year experience, and I applied to a senior position that, they wanted 5 years experience managing people. It was a 6-figure job. I shouldn't have, conventional thinking, I shouldn't have applied to that job, I don't qualify. Well, I didn't qualify. They didn't hire me, but they contacted me and they said, listen, you don't qualify for this senior position because you'd have to manage a whole team and manage millions of dollars in ad spend. You've never done that. But we have a junior position that we really need filled, and you'd be perfect when you come in an interview. Okay, so you never know. Always take your shot. As I said, 2 years experience, very low, very low. I've seen ones that say 5 years experience if people get hired. This has a pretty detailed, this is good. This means that whoever wrote this job posting was actually someone doing the job, not a human resources person. So that's cool. But anyway, again, go to their website, check out their services and their culture, and then of course get in touch with them via the website or via LinkedIn. Here is a junior SEO specialist at Fire and Spark. We're looking for an entry-level SEO strategist. This is anyone who thrives at the interaction of data analytics and creative strategy development. Monitor SEO to ensure marketing success for our clients. They want someone full-time remote, SEO strategies, hands-on experience with content strategy, Ahrefs, SEMrush, etc. Bachelor's degree or equivalent experience. It's not even equivalent experience, guys. If you've done my course, or for God's sake, if you are even watching this and you've made your own website or run a single SEO, built a single SEO campaign or done an audit or run a Google Ads campaign, you don't have equivalent experience of a degree. You have superior experience to a bachelor's degree. I'm telling you guys, these programs are so archaic. You've heard me rant about them before, but what I'm saying is don't be intimidated. The people in the bachelor's degree programs are not learning anything relevant. Proficiency with SEMrush. You've seen SEMrush many, many times. Ahrefs many, many times. That's why I talk about it in the course. New and innovative ideas, learning new ways of doing SEO, so that's good. Again, this is where your passion and your way of thinking and your excitement about SEO really will make you stand out. Again, Easy Apply, 287 applicants. Get on Google, find them, find the company, and connect with them directly. 11 Labs. Oh, this is cool because I don't know if you know 11 Labs. It's an AI company that does audio. It's pretty nuts. This is one of the companies that can make replicate your voice, which I think is kind of cool and scary at the same time. They are doing AI music. It's a little, honestly think all that stuff's a little bit evil, but it's clearly very exciting. And this company is very exciting. So they are looking for an SEO content marketer who can probably talk about all the cool stuff they're doing. And it is an innovative culture. I'm telling you, the stuff they're doing is really, really cool. Social travel, passionate about audio AI, see excellent copywriting skills, understanding of SEO fundamentals, keyword research, experience scaling content. Nice to have experience scaling content creation at a high growth tech company. Most applicants are not going to have that. Don't worry about that. They just want you to have familiarity. You do have the familiarity with the SEO tools and the basic experience that you can bring. And again, it's probably going to be about your personality. Now, these guys have got 1,300 applicants, and that's due to the fact that this company is kind of famous because they're an AI company, but definitely a cool opportunity. I would check it out. Here is Rentvine, which I think is some kind of real estate company. Compliant property management websites. I think one of my students worked here. Anyway, support marketing initiatives assigned by the director of paid search, meaning it's a junior position, track KPIs, Google Analytics. It doesn't, monitor and manage PPC budgets, Google Ads. It is remote. And they want 1 to 2 years of experience. I like bachelor's degree in marketing or equivalent work experience. Again, guys, if you've done anything in the real world in marketing, you have done more than any bachelor's student. So bear that in mind. Do not feel like you're less than. You're actually superior to anyone with a degree. And if you happen to have gotten your degree in marketing, congratulations. You are in the same boat as everyone else trying to find a job, right? Again, you're going to see these employers care much more about your actual experience than the degree. Preferred skills, Google Ads certification, Google Ads, familiar, of course, experience with Google Ads. I mean, if you have a year of experience in paid search, you should have experience with Google Ads. So definitely check it out. Again, you're in good company. More than half of the applicants, majority are entry level. Definitely check this one out. Here's the Kepler Group paid search paid search specialist contract. Executes engineered marketing. Every message an ad delivers creates a more personalized and productive relationship between brands and their consumers. They want 40 hours a week on a contract basis. Basically, this is like a 1099 position, but probably could lead to something more permanent. Still great experience. 1 to 3 years of hands-on and platform experience, paid search campaigns. Again, 1 to 3 years. I always say, guys, that is a huge net to cast, very wide net to cast. There's a huge difference between someone who's 1 year into their career and 3 years. It's the difference between $60,000 or $50,000 a year and $80,000 a year. So my point is, they're saying, I wish we'd like to find someone with 3 years of experience, but we will be open to hiring someone with less experience. So this is a remote position at Kepler Group. I would check this out. This is clearly an entry-level position when you see 37 to 57K, a digital marketing specialist at Consult Webs. This is helping people in need find law firms online. Okay, they have their, the sort of the character of the agency here: integrity, passion, teamwork, check your ego. That's good stuff. Communicate with clients, shown ownership, and accountability for the success of client digital marketing campaigns. Now, this is what's funny about this is that, again, when they use broad language like this, they're not saying PPC. Okay, development team, SEO best practices. So this is like it's leaning more towards SEO, but what is the possibility they will mention Google Ads in here? Yeah, up to date with latest trends and best practices in SEO, SEM, PPC. So they're focusing on technical SEO experience, but this is when you're also optimizing WordPress websites, guys. It's all stuff you do in the course, and then if you have a little bit of Google Ads experience plus the SEO, it makes you a much more compelling candidate. And again, they're using Easy Apply. When you see this huge range, 37 to 57K, it means it is entry level, and they're looking for someone with a little bit of experience, but they're open to someone less experienced. And what I always tell you guys, if you get hired making $37,000 or $40,000 a year, only do it if you're going to get tons of hands-on experience. In this case, I'd say if you're going to get hands-on experience and you're going to do a lot of SEO and you want to work in SEO, this is the job for you. Stay there for 6 months and then push for a raise or get another job. That's the strategy. But again, great entry-level opportunity to get your first experience. Here is Zero Gravity Marketing. This is a remote position, paid media strategist, plan and execute full programmatic and paid search strategies, Google Ads. So it talks about these programmatic platforms like Trade Desk, Stack, Adapt. Don't worry about that. This is the big one, Google Ads. Strong understanding of Google Ads. This is why it's the first thing. And then experience with programmatic is a plus. See, it said it right there. It's a plus. 2 years experience, again, doesn't have to be there. Programmatic experience, a plus, but not required. They're casting a very wide net. They want someone who knows all these things, but they're open to someone who just knows Google Ads. This is called Zero Gravity Marketing. And again, guys, when you go to these websites or the LinkedIn page, stay in touch with, say, Ezekiel here. Or actually, he's a worker. I would find someone who's a hiring manager of some kind or some kind of a department head. You can stay in touch with these people. And remember, the agencies, if they don't hire you now, they always may come back to you in the future. SR2K Inc., digital marketing specialist. Let's see, dynamic marketing agency, California. Part-time offsite role. Proficiency in social media marketing, digital marketing, web analytics, online marketing. This is, actually, I don't know why I put this here. This is one of those very, very, very broad job descriptions. So what's happened here is They did mention a local SEO. So they want someone like you who knows how to do a technical website audit and knows about Google My Business, and also who knows SEMrush. But because they put these very general qualifications like social media marketing, which could mean, I want you to post on Facebook, or knowledge of online marketing, communication, create marketing campaigns, and they use social media, that is, I think, why they have 1,500 applicants. And what's happening, I'm so confident about this. I mean, I can't be sure, but it's more than likely that the person who posted this is drowning in 1,500 terrible applications. So what you should do is, with your, LinkedIn that's customized for SEO, you should do the easy apply, but also go to their LinkedIn, contact someone directly, go to their website and connect with them there. Because whoever's running their LinkedIn right now, I think, is stressed out with those 1,500 likely terrible applicants. So this looks like a good opportunity. SR2K Inc. Almost done. I think we only have a few more. Here is Home Helpers Home Care of Alpharetta. They're serving families in North Atlanta. Oh, that's nice. So this is like a local business. Okay, this is interesting. 9 hours ago, and 100 people clicked apply. I don't think there's 100. It's more than likely a lot of those people are not qualified. So minimum 2 years experience in digital marketing, Google Ads, Facebook Business Suite, organization, content for Facebook, Google Business, email marketing, Google Ads. They want you to kind of do everything here, and it's a local business, so it's remote. Again, this could be a good opportunity. Working in-house is okay. The only problem is you may not have anyone to learn from. You're going to be in charge of everything. So it's really good for experience if you're the kind of person that likes to hit the ground running and kind of learn as you go. But they are going to want you to do a lot of different things. But check it out, try applying, and see what happens. And finally, I'm going to wrap it up with this SEM account manager position at Accelerated Digital Media in Chicago, 60 to 78K a year. That indicates, again, they want someone with a lot of experience but open to someone entry level. SEM campaigns, pay-per-click. We are a self-funded employee-owned digital marketing agency with a focus on performance media. Responsibilities, campaign management, plan, execute, and optimize within the full Google suite with a focus on paid search, shopping, and performance max. But paid search, again, is the top one. Keyword research, copywriting, A/B split testing. Don't worry about the degree. Strong track record is subjective. Don't worry about that. Again, I've had students with just like very limited self-generated experience get hired. Google Ads, Bing Ad certification, proficiency in SEM tools and platforms. And of course, they are going to try to sell you on their agency here. So this looks like Accelerated Digital Media. Again, when you find a good agency or one that looks like they're paying fair wages and have a good culture, apply, connect with the people, keep them in your database. If you don't hear back from them or if you don't get hired, circle back with them in 3 months and just say, hey, what's up? Because again, these agencies are always having turnover because there's so much competition in this field. They're always having new positions, especially if they're growing. So this looks like a good opportunity. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. I know the general news in the West right now is bleak, but people are still buying stuff, and the holidays are coming. So these agencies, especially when it comes, Black Friday and all those things are coming along, people start opening up their wallets, and agencies need people to manage advertising more and more. These jobs still exist. Google, in the midst of all the economic uncertainty, Google is still posting record profits for their advertising platform. So there's still plenty of opportunities. If you want to learn more about how this is possible and how I've helped thousands of people get jobs in digital marketing since 2016, click the link below to check out my free webinar, How to Get a $60,000 a Year Career in 1 year with no previous experience or education. I explain much more about this industry and how people from all different backgrounds have changed their lives by getting these skills and getting in-demand jobs. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I will see you in the next video.